Te presentamos una nueva locura de Telepizza, porque hay que estar loco para ofrecerte una pizza mediana por solo 4,95. Aprovechate de los martes locos. Telepizza. El secreto está en la masa.
Well, results in pre-season don't matter. None of the results in pre-season matter. You can win all the games and lose. You can lose all your games and win. So there's no correct way. But the best thing about pre-season is we've had no injuries. Very, very few injuries. Everybody's trained, everybody's done the work, except for Mikel, Gonzalez and Chori are really the only people who missed some pre-season work. Nearly all the players have done all the work. Maybe one day here or there, but overall, we've had a long pre-season because the change in the start of the season when the Spanish league has changed. So I have to praise the players for how well they've done. We had a great time in Austria and Scotland. It gave me a great chance to get to know the players better, to work with them, to find out more about their characters, to see exactly what sort of people they were. And also we've come back, we've had a trip to China as well. So we've had some time together, but we've only introduced Jonatas and Diego Reyes in the last two weeks or so. So we have to give those players time to get used to the group. Carlos Vela has not played 1 minute in any pre-season game for us this season. So we have to try and look realistically at what we've had. But I've been pleased with the pre-season because the attitude of the players has been fantastic. I think the team is ready to win. I think the team is ready to play. We would have liked more time with Jonatas and Reyes to give them more games. We'd certainly have liked more time with Carlos Vela to have minutes, to have games. But I think the team's ready to win. Yes, I think the team's prepared. We have to remember our away record for many seasons has not been good here, so we have to change the away record. So we want to try and win away from home. To be successful, we're going to have to win more games away from home. It's got to be one of the jobs that you do that. You cannot just win your home games, it's not enough. So we have to make sure we find a way of winning away from home. You never know in football. You never know how the games, what games are best. It's very difficult to assess fixtures. I think it takes probably about 10 games before the start of the season. You can sort of incorporate the start of the season. So, hey, I want to get off to a good start. I want us to play well. I want us to have something to show that we can start the league better in a good league position. But ultimately, the important thing is where you finish at the end of the season. He'll be in the squad. He'll go with the team to Deportivo. He's such an important player for us. We'll try and have him ready. But I'm still concerned about is he fit enough? He's had problems with his knee. But he's such a good player for us. We have to include him in the squad. We need him. Yes, both Alain and Hector will be with the first team squad. We'll give them an opportunity to show what they can do. They have to take it. They have to work hard. They have to have the right attitude. They have to prepare all the time to play, prepare to train every day, and be in the best condition they can be. I think Hector at the moment has to play forward. We will work over the year on his defending to improve him as a defender. But at the moment, his best part of his game is attacking, going forward. So we feel it's better that he is used a little bit further upfield, but we can use him as a full-back if required. Alain has great quality. He has a great technique with his left foot, probably the best crosser of the ball at the club. But he has to find his way of fighting to get in the team, and he has to show toughness, determination when he's given that opportunity. You never know in football. You never know how the games, what games are best. It's very difficult to assess fixtures. I think it takes probably about 10 games before the start of the season. You can sort of incorporate the start of the season. So, hey, I want to get off to a good start. I want us to play well. I want us to have something to show that we can start the league better in a good league position. But ultimately, the important thing is where you finish at the end of the season. I think at the moment we shouldn't be using Europe as our objective. Our objective should be to make some progress from where we were. The club has to try and step up. So from our position of last season to make Europe is a big change. So I feel at the moment that would be, I hope, but we have to be careful that you don't use that as the target and it's unachievable. But we will try to work to make progress, do better than we done last season. Well, this is my first full season in Spain, and I hope that I've gained some knowledge in the time I had here last year. But I'm not an expert in Spain. I'm only here a short period, so I'm still learning all the time. All the time I'm learning more about the players, more about the culture, more about the style of football in Spain, the preparation, the type of players required. So for me, it's still work in progress for me also. But I hope to give the supporters a team which we can get some good results. We want to improve on last year. We want to continue. When I took over, I felt that the players could only play for 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, we nearly stopped. I think by the end of last season, the players were playing for 90 minutes and were in a condition to do so. So we have to try and get the players in a condition to do that from day one, be ready to play from the first day of the season. We have to try and be positive, and we have to try and make sure that along the way we pick up the results which are required. No, I want my team to play much better, and I want it to improve. But so does Luis Enrique, so does Jose Mourinho, so does Louis van Gaal. No different. Every coach wants their team to play better. You're all going to have to work now over Christmas and New Year. Your journalists get no holiday on Christmas and New Year. So I've been used to it for years in England. We used to play football Christmas, New Year, all the time. I think it's very strange, and I think disappointing that this was not prepared earlier, and that the day before the season starts, 2 days before the season starts, they decide to change it. I don't know how the organisation works if they have to do that now, that this is not prepared long before. But fine, I think it will be a shock to many more Spanish players, maybe South American players. I think the Northern European players, especially in England, are used to playing in this period. But I think it will be different. But people are on holiday. This was always the way they used to say in England. People are on holiday, they want to watch football. I totally understand that. I am a supporter of football. But I've always believed in England that the players in England should have a winter break, but maybe from after 1st of January they maybe have 2 weeks off. In Spain you have Christmas and New Year. In England that would be very difficult because we say in England Boxing Day, December the 26th, is a really important football day. People go out and watch the football. In Spain it's not normal, but England it is. But I think the British players have had, it affects the British players later on, and maybe it will affect the teams who are in the Champions League in Spain later on as well. Maybe it will affect your national team because the players don't get a break in the winter. This was always the reasons in England. We felt that the players needed a break in January, or December, January time, so that they can be stronger February, March, April, going into the important seasons. And even for the national team, getting into all the competitions, the players have played all year and they have no break. So I think this will be different, and it'll be interesting to see if in any way it affects possibly Real Madrid, Barcelona in the Champions League, and how it does with your national team as well. I think Esteban is a key player. I think he's very important. I think he can bring more than he's done. I think he can do more. But he's a very important member of the group, in the dressing room, on the pitch. We don't have too many. We don't have a big amount of midfield players, central midfield players. So all the players will be used throughout the season. We have Ruben, Markel, Esteban. We have some other people who can play in the role, Zura a little bit as well. But we don't have an awful lot we don't have a big number in this area of the field. So all those players are going to be very important to us through the season. I'm satisfied, but all coaches want more. My job is to continue to try and get a side which can win. So you always have to look to improve, always. Whether it be the coach, players, always have to try and improve. So you're always looking at more. But we have to also look, with the club's philosophy, we also have to look at the young players. But those young players have to be good enough to satisfy what you people are expecting. Yeah, but you have to remember this squad is designed by the club. This squad is designed by the philosophy of the football club, not by the coaches, because the philosophy of the club means that most of the decisions are club designed, not just coach designed. But we also have been able to add Jonatas to the squad. We've signed one player permanent. So at the moment we have one new player permanent. We have 2 players on loan. You media, all the supporters, coach, will all get a chance to see Bruma, Diego Reyes on loan this year, and Rulli as well, is loan as well. So you get a chance to see them on loan. The one player we have signed this year, permanent, is Jonatas. So we all have a chance to see how well they do. I said we need a goalkeeper. We need a goalkeeper. We need more competition in this area, and I hope we can bring a goalkeeper to the club. It's important. Well, I repeat myself. I said if a midfield player who we thought at the club could help became available, then I'm sure the president would be interested. But I'm happy with the players we have. If we can have more competition, hopefully that means that it makes it. We want good results. We want the players to play well. And competition for places means that they have to play well in the games to keep their position. It's never good to talk about players at other clubs, but because Eramendi was here before, everybody here knows more about Eramendi than I do. You all know more about Eramendi. So I'm sure you can tell me how good a player he is, but everybody I speak to tells me he's a very good player.